Look at him there in the 18. Lucky there wasn't damage, not just to his truck, but to some others in the area.
Yeah, look at that 21 of Johnny Sauter. He'd already committed to the high side. There's Kaz Gralla going around him on the high side. I was talking to those guys in the garage here. A few anxious moments for some of these drivers.
I mean, you just have to sit there and watch this truck slide at 180 miles an hour. To Brown.
Well, you talked about you got to be committed. He knew he had to run a good lap. Just barely makes contact with the outside wall. But just going to swing around and catch the left rear corner. But you see the right front tire blow out there.
Yeah, that's the main problem. And Phil, we talked about the bumps and we talked about the heat and how aggressive you have to be coming to the green. You got to get that thing wound up. And Brandon went down into turn 3, and it looked like the truck was a little bit free. He turned in, went straight.
Here's a look.
Yeah, he's just in 3 and 4. He starts off the corner here, and the car just steps out with him, and around she goes.
And we talked, DW, before this practice started. There's a little bit of a tailwind going down the back straightaway, which into turn 3 is more sweeping. There's some bumps there. Here's a wide shot of Larson coming around. That's pretty early in the corner to be loose, and I just wonder how much wind and the bumps, of course, is set.
Oh, something happened to the car. You see that? It almost like a left rear went down.
That was very strange.
That was
jump
very
sideways that early in the corner.
I spun out.
I expected this qualifying session we're going to see later to be exciting. I did not expect the practice session to be this exciting.
Now, these are happening way early too.
I thought that was pretty similar to what we saw with Kyle Larson earlier, where he got loose getting into the corner and he saved it also, like Kyle Busch did.
That's way, that's way
really
back in the middle of the corner.
And it's actually very similar to where Denny Hamlin got loose and then went up and hit the wall.
Tell you what, we've seen cars spin around a lot here lately.
Top 15, Vince, down on the bottom of the racetrack. It looks like he just tried to push it a little hard on entry on the inside of Kaz Gralla, and around it goes. Nice job of gassing it up and keeping it out of that outside wall.
Yeah, Kaz wasn't that close to him. Kaz didn't suck him around, but a little bit too loose there early on for Austin.
And you can see, look at John Hunter Nemechek drive. Johnny Sauter had to duck to the bottom in that 21 truck around the 44. Oh, we got a spinner.
Caution is out, and it's the 19 of Austin Cindric bringing out the yellow with 8 laps remaining.
Okay, put the tires on it. We didn't hit anything.
8 laps left in this first stage.
Put flat spot on them or got a flat.
A little repair to that right rear you saw as well. There's the spin. Let's ride on board with Cindric and see what he was experiencing.
Don't give that up. One back in line. Bottom in. Quick. Hold on.
There was any contact, but the thing snapped around pretty quick, didn't it?
It makes you wonder if maybe that right rear tire we saw was tore all to pieces. Maybe he had a leak in that right rear. It just got loose so quickly. Be hard.
Here he is battling for 10th.
Yeah, the 99 of Brandon Jones was on the inside. He got loose, took himself and Kaz Gralla into the outside safer barrier.
That's a tough break for the rookie Gralla, trying to gain experience and knowledge, but hopefully there's not enough damage to that 33 truck that they can't continue to learn and work, and you can see.
See, Kaz was by himself, just got a little bit loose, as you mentioned, Michael, and just ran out of room, made some pretty significant contact.
And there's Christopher Bell inside the top 5.
Oh, trouble behind them. John Hunter Nemechek into the outside wall after contact from Brett Moffitt.
Look at all the damage to Brett's truck.
Nemechek, maybe a right front tire down. He's headed to pit road. There's the contact between Moffitt and Nemechek.
You see the damage to the front end of Moffitt's truck. The A truck must have slowed pretty rapid.
The 7 of Brett Moffitt will get the free pass.
Look like
tried to take a short. Guys, remember last year when they had the fight? Oh, trouble.
Oh, trouble, and it is.
Is it Regan Smith?
It is the 92 of Regan Smith.
Looked like he was racing maybe with a 22 of Austin Wayne Self.
Smith bringing it to pit road there on the access.
That was around about the 15th position, Phil.
Yeah, Regan's been so solid in that truck. There's the damage on the 22 of Austin Wayne Self.
Watch it.
Just a little bit of a bobble, it looked like, from Austin Wayne Self. He didn't move down that much, but unfortunately the 92 was right there.
See if we can look from Justin Haley. Watch. I just think so.
Come on. You're all clear. Right behind.
Oh, spin 44, Matt Mills, and the caution is out.
Ooh, right in the middle of the racetrack. What an amazing job those guys did to avoid him. Again, we have the good fortune of seeing it from this end. They're looking at smoke when they come around that corner.
Bell and Crafton and Sauter, some of the others, another opportunity to grab this win. As you look at Mills, and
Chase Briscoe goes around the outside.
Close call right there.
Yeah, Austin Cindric also goes around the outside. The rest of these trucks going down on the inside.
Right on board with Cindric.
Right, go. Back down. Caution is out.
10 laps to go. Green flag laps only. Count. Green flag.
Oh no.
Well, Chase Elliott got a boot from Eric Jones, and around goes Castle.
Well, that's the fear that you have when you have those two tires, that you're going to spin the tires really bad. Held up that line, and it's the open. You got to go, but Chase got inside him and turned him around.
Got some damage on that right front over there. I don't know how bad that is, but he has some damage. Yeah, I think that Landon Castle knew what to expect. He knew Chase going to try to go 3 wide down in the corner down here. He tries to protect that inside.
Well, you can see Chase hesitate because he wasn't quite to the start-finish line. He realized he couldn't get inside of Landon Castle before that start-finish line. That's a rule that NASCAR has, so he hesitated a little bit. Then Eric Jones gave a little nudge to the 24. Landon comes down. They make contact. Around goes the 34.
24 has some damage on the right. I don't think it's significant, but there is some damage to the right front of the 24 car.
Those two went for turn 3, looking like Donnie and Cale.
I think 77 might get them both.
Wow!
What a run off the corner.
Oh, he's in the grass.
No, don't go in the grass.
Boy,
no!
Yeah, he got the splitter.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
he
he
hurt something
messed up.
under the nose.
He ruined his car
This
right
thing's
there.
on.
No,
Spin
he's
by
out
the
of here.
77.
Hang on.
Yeah, you can't run through the grass.
Now,
Good
was Chase
grief.
Elliott ahead of Daniel Suarez when that caution came out? That's what we're going to have to determine. That's the damage from the left front when he went through the grass.
Yeah, that's just
25 years ago.
right there. Whoa, here we go. Now this is where the 77 just got off.
You know, that's the problem with that grass. When you get in, we saw this with Dale Earnhardt Jr. several years ago. It ripped the nose right off of his car down in the grass.
20. Daniel Suarez in the 19. He's the old man of this group at 25. Young guns indeed. Wow.
Just got.
Yep.
He didn't have anywhere to go. He had a heck of a head of esteem. Is either run off the grass or run in the back of that 24 car.
And before all this happened, I got to say, the job that Daniel Suarez and Chase Elliott did running side by side, bumping, banging, to just keep their car.
Had a full head of steam.
He just come off that. He was up high.
Wow.
And to give Eric credit here, he was right on the rear bumper of Chase Elliott.